with the basics. We both know what we want, let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We dance on the same wavelength. This feels like a new beginning. We both know what we want, let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So won't you let me trip, trip, trip with you? Leaning and falling
Welcome back to another episode of AJAWI TV, where we discuss architectural and construction related topics. I'm your host, I'm AJAWI, and for today we'll be speaking about the delusion around the construction industry as it relates to the actual homeowner, right? So today I think it's a very interesting topic. Now imagine this. You spent $30 million out of pocket to build your dream home, and at the end of the day, you don't have not even one room to sleep in. Right? Imagine that. You spent $30 million out of pocket and you don't even have a room to sleep in. Isn't that something to think about? Safi Anderson, big up yourself. Claudius Jones, big up yourself. You're the first one in the building today. I want to say welcome. I appreciate you joining, and I appreciate you taking the time out, right, to join us today. Safi, big up yourself as well. Right? So, in my experience over the years, I've always encountered people who have unrealistic, or they have delusions as it relates to their home building process or home building desires, right? Shelves, big up yourself. Welcome. All right. Yeah, most of the times people have unrealistic expectations, or they don't even know what they want as it relates to their home building desires, right? And at the end of the day, they end up forking out money and end up with nothing at the end of the day, simply because of these delusions that are prevalent, right? So today we're gonna be discussing those delusions, and I hope that you will participate in this discussion. Let me know your experience. Let me know what you think about it, right? The comment section is there. Today I want it to be more of a conversation, right, between yourself and I, right? And maybe somebody will hear this and rethink what they are going to do. Miss Claudette Henry, big up yourself, right? Big up yourself. Yeah, all right. So I came across a friend of mine this week, right? A friend of mine spoke to me this week. Safi Anderson, I see too many comments about properties, about housing being too expensive and how they can build for less, and these people have nothing. It's better by a scheme house. Yeah, I agree. But here is the delusion around it, right? And I'm going to give you a situation. So my friend came to me this week actually, and she was like, Dre, isn't it weird, or aren't people weird in the sense that they invest so much money in a house, they build this big house or design this big house that they cannot build, and then they end up in a situation where they have to sell it and still they don't have one single room to live in, right? And she showed me a house, and the house is huge, like big, right? According to them, it was over 25 million that they had spent, and they didn't have one room in it that they can sleep in comfortably. Not one of the room finished. And it was like 8 bathroom, 8 bathroom, kitchen, dining, living. It was 4 floors, right? But still, none of the floors are finished. Absolutely none, right? It's just block, steel, that's it. And roof upon it, but that's it. Nothing has been completed in its entirety and the entire house, right? And they're at the $25 million mark. right? So you can see there that there's an unrealistic expectation as it relates to construction, and that is why this topic today is about the delusion around construction, right? Before we get into that, guys, remember, as you come in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I make videos just like this one. If it is that you're a part of the MailChimp group, then you will get information ahead of time. I know I've been slacking off on that, but it's because I have so much doing and I haven't been able to send out any emails, but I'll get back on that as soon as possible, right? Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a next friend for tell a next friend, all right, so that the channel can go further. Remember, this community is for you, right? It's all about you. I'm just here to help along the way and to put the information together so that you have it at the end of the day, all right? Let's see. Safi Anderson, Jamaicans remain unrealistic about house prices and construction and will end up with nothing at all. You can't have something for nothing. I agree with that 150%. Right? 150%. Alright, the first we call it the first delusion that I see, yes, is the unrealistic expectation. Right? Somebody contacted me the other day and they're like, Dre, I want you to design a house for me. I have 500,000 Jamaican dollars. Right? This is somebody, they're in school, right? They're in school, and she got pregnant, and she decided that okay, she's going to build a little house for herself, right? She's going to build a house. So she come to me and she said, you know, I wanted to build a house. I have 500,000. I want you to design the house for me. I'm thinking that I want 3 bedrooms on the ground floor and another 2 on the upper floor, and then I want kitchen, dining, and living. So in that I asked her, what is your budget for construction? She's like, no, I have 500,000, so I wanted to build something. I'm like, when you say 500,000, you mean 500,000 US dollars? And she was like, no, 500,000 Jamaican dollars. So I was shocked. I was wondering if it was a joke, right? I was wondering if it was a joke. But she said, I just want to start. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't have a budget. And then she's like, yes, I do have a budget, which is the 500,000. So I was like, that can't even pay to do the design, right? That can't even pay to do the design of what you want. So there is an unrealistic expectation. What I want you to do is to sit down and really look at what houses on the market are, what's the cost of housing and houses on the market, and then you'll realize that where your mind is, it's nowhere near what you should be thinking about. And I think that the school system, the educational system don't prepare us for that. Right? We are being fed unrealistic expectations in the media, in and around us, from the dancehall artists, and you see the big house and all of that. But we don't really have a medium that actually tell us, okay, this is what construction is, and this is what you're supposed to be expecting. And that is one of the reasons why I did the calculator. Alright, that's one of the reasons why I did the construction calculator, so that you get an idea of what your house, your dream house, is going to cost you. Right? I had persons call me a fool for buying in a scheme, and it's not worth it, blah blah. At least I have a finished house. Yeah, I agree with you. Here's the thing with that. At least at the end of the day, if you decide to extend, you're now in a better position than somebody who is trying to build everything at once, right? A lot of people have this idea that construction is cheap, and they most of the times end up in bad situations because they don't want to take it one step at a time, right? So yeah, the unrealistic expectations that are there cause people to do that, right? Now when you have this unrealistic expectation, what that does is it forces you to go to people who I believe are not necessarily professional or qualified to give you designs, right? Or they are not trained to give you designs. And what will happen is when you go to this person to give you the design and they give you for little or nothing, right? They give you the design for little or nothing. You do not know that, hey, what I am designing or what I'm proposing to design is not actually what it should be, right? Because I really and truly cannot afford this, right? You have people who have regular 9 to 5 jobs, regular 9 to 5 jobs, right? And they want, or they think that they can build an 8-bedroom house, finish it, furnish it, and live in it. This is a person who has a regular 9 to 5. And when I say regular, I mean regular, right? And they have the impression that they can actually build it. And the reason why they are doing this is because they are seeing this type of lifestyle within the media, where you have to have these big houses and you have to have 11 bedroom, you have to have a dance area, you have to have a pool table space, you have to have a, what do you call it, a theater room, and they want the 2-car garage when they only have 1 car. And the delusion goes on and on and on, simply because they are not really evaluating where they are and looking at, okay, what can I build and what is reasonable for me to build with given my budget. A lot of people call me and say, hey, what can I do with $6 million? Right then and there, you can see that they're expecting a lot, right? So if you don't know, I have a construction cost calculator on my website, www.ajawiconstruction.com. Go check it out. Look at the bottom of the screen here, you'll see it, right? 180,000 for a ton of steel, 500,000 is nothing. And if you tell you that can't even buy you the hoarding for the site. When you put up zinc, you plant and post and put up zinc and block all the site so that nobody can come on the site while construction is going on. 500,000 can't even get you that, right? Now, when you have these unrealistic expectations, right, and you go to these people, or some designers, just any designer, and they don't really try to guide you as it relates to a budget, it becomes a problem for you, right? So though you're getting the design done cheap, right? Say you get a little man out of high school, not high school, out of just fresh out of college, right? And they're doing a design for you. And most of the time, let me say that, most of the times, they won't really discuss budget with you because they don't understand the budgeting side of it, right? So you having a set value for what you expect your construction to be won't ever come up, right? Because there is some amount of unknown there. So you having unrealistic expectations, so you come in and wanting 8 bedroom, 8 bathroom, yada yada yada, and never discussing budget at all in the conversation is detrimental to you. Why? because when you build that way, and when you design, right? When you design and you say, okay, I design this 8-bedroom, 8-bathroom, and you send it to get it approved, and you get it approved, and then you move to construction, it becomes a problem at that point, because one, you're not going to get a bill of quantities in most cases, and two, you're gonna start construction with these unknowns there, which further put you down that rabbit hole of the unrealistic expectation, which ends up with you having nothing. All right, that's the problem there. The second reason for this delusion comes back to the budget, not having a budget, right? Now, remember I tell you, this person had a $500,000 budget and wanted a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. It is important, it is very important to ask yourself the question of, okay, what do I really want for my dream home, right? Ask yourself that. What do I want for my dream home? Do I want the 10-bedroom, 10-bathroom, can't sleep in most of the rooms except one, right? That you more likely will never complete if it is that you're on a regular 9-to-5 job. I'm talking about the regular person, right? Do you want such a situation where you because of your unrealistic expectation coupled with the lack of a budget, a reasonable budget to get it done, you end up not having a home of your own at the end of the day? That's the real question, right? Because the fact that you don't have that idea of what your budget will be, you're not really planning. You don't really know where you're supposed to go, how you're going to get there. None of that, because there's just a delusion around it. It's just a thought. It's just in the air. So for you, I would love for you to sit down and say, okay, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. The typical person, 9-to-5 person, only going to own probably one house in their life. That's the typical person, right? So let's say you're that typical person, right? And you are supposed to sit down and determine, okay, I want a house. Ask yourself this: what dollar value will that house be, right? How many rooms do I want in this house? If it is that I am looking at my situation right now, I know them say you have to manifest things into being, but manifest with some amount of reality involved. All right, manifest with some amount of reality involved. So you have to ask yourself, okay, right now I want a house, right? I don't have the $30 million to build the house or the $40 million. What dollar value will my house be? Ask yourself that, what dollar value will your house be? How many rooms do I want in this house? If this is the only house that I can buy at the moment, given a budget that I have to provide, right? And you should be thinking along the line of, okay, I want a wife, I want kids, right? So maybe I have my wife, so that a 1-bedroom, me and my wife sleep in another bedroom there. And maybe I have 2 kids, if that's the typical situation. I have 2 kids. They can share bedroom, so that's 2 bedroom, right? That's 2 bedroom. We need a living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. You don't necessarily need more than 1 bathroom unless that's your desire. But let's say another bathroom, right? What will that get me? Or say I am, I want to live a certain, I want to live a good life. So I'm gonna want a veranda, I'm gonna want proper landscaping around the house, and I need to have a 2-car garage, right? What will that dollar value be? And write it down, right? As a young person, if you're just leaving school, If you're just leaving school, write that down. Don't tell yourself, say, yo, you're gonna have a 5-bedroom, 3-car garage, you're gonna have a helicopter pad on the roof, and you're gonna have one big old long lawn and all of that. It's not realistic given your present situation. No, I'm not saying that later on down the road you won't have that, That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in this particular situation, for the next 5 years, you won't have that big house. What do you need now to get you to where you want to be? Because maybe you buy that small 2-bedroom house, or you build that 2-bedroom house, and then later on down the line you add on to it, right? So that's along the line of where you need to be thinking, and stop being delusional about it. Now, when you don't have a budget and you come to somebody like myself, I'm going to ask you, what is that budget going to be? a lot of times, and and even recently somebody say, no, say I got that whatever in a fire video, but a lot of times people come to me, and when I ask them about the budget, they hop, skip, and jump around it because they don't have a clue of what their budget should be, right? And I'm always gonna try and pin you down to a budget, because it don't make no sense you design something and you can't build it at the end of the day. It doesn't make sense at all, right? That's just the reality, because I would be wasting my time. Now imagine you come to me. As a matter of fact, in most of those situations, the person that come to me with that in mind, I don't end up doing business with them. Why? Because they think that I'm expensive, because they don't have a budget. And the fact that I'm going to tell you, okay, this is what it will cost you to do this part, is going to be a shock to them, so they end up going elsewhere, right? Because they don't have a clue of it. So that is the first indicator that you are being delusional and you don't have a budget. When you go to the designer and they tell you the price, and you're in a shock and awe type situation. So don't go to somebody expecting to build a 10,000 square feet house, because somebody came to me with that. Somebody come to me and say they want about 10,000 square feet of building, and when I tell them that, hey, in order to build such a house, first of all, that's not a house, that's probably a hotel or something. But anyways, and I like this question. Why does the designer need to know the budget? It's the same thing that I'm speaking here about. If I don't know your budget, how can I guide you? If you're going to a car lot to buy a car, don't you need to know a budget for yourself? How much you want to buy that car for? Remember, the budget drives everything. If you come and you don't know the budget that you want, that you're working with, your designer can design anything give to you, right? If you have a Toyota budget, you're not going to walk into BMW, right? And even if you walk into BMW, when it comes on time to pay for it, you can't pay for it, right? You are buying something more expensive than a BMW. You're building something more expensive than a BMW or a Porsche, right? You're building a home that will keep value, right? And increase in value. If you don't know the budget, or your designer don't know the budget, he will be designing something that is unrealistic, right? Most times, well, a lot of times people come and they're like, I want a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-car garage. And then when I ask them about the budget, to tell me the budget, they hesitate to tell me the budget, as if the budget itself going to affect the cost of my design, of me charging them, right? It doesn't work that way. What it will do is it will guide me, but the price is what it is, right? It's based on the size of the building, right? So if you're going to build a house that is $100 million. Let's say you're building a house that is $100 million, and the you're building a house that is $100 million, but the square footage of the house is just 4,000 square feet, right? 4,000 square feet. The price not going to change, but the $100 million value can change drastically. Say you build the house, $100 million was the budget, right? And the finishes, you decide that, hey, I'm upping the finishes. Instead of you want a regular porcelain tile, you want some 4 feet by 4 feet porcelain tile, glossy finish, looking really nice. For your countertops, you want nothing but the best, let's see, granite, marble, all of those finishes. Your cabinet work, you want the best set of cabinet works in the building. You're pushing up the cost of construction. Now, when I'm designing and I'm specifying these things, that 4,000 square feet, and I'm saying, okay, no man, there's a budget, so I can't go over this size, and the type of finishes that I'm putting in, I can't put in certain type finishes. So instead of me specifying, let us say, an expensive or high-end porcelain tile, maybe I'll go with a mid to low-end porcelain that will still give you good value, but you can at least finish the building. You understand what I mean? So think about it that way. Now, I see you have why do I need your guidance? That's another good question. Why would you not need your designer's guidance, right? You need the guidance of your designer because he's there to help you to make this investment and make it wisely. I see people come and they're like, okay, they're designing something, right? They're designing a space, and then the space is spanning 20 feet with no beams, no columns, they're just spanning it. That's where you get guidance. Or they want some cantilevers at a particular location of the building and not taking into consideration that, hey, structurally this has to be guided back down to floor. That's where you need guidance. Or the building code, you're putting rooms and you don't have no windows, or you're having rooms on the south side of the building with some large windows, glass windows, that is now allowing direct sunlight into the building. That's where you need guidance, because these things does affect not only the cost of construction but also the cost of owning. Always keep that in mind. Owning your property is an expense, right? It's an expense. Ownership can make or break you, right? Ownership can make or break you. Here is why. I have seen people build big houses and have to sell it for little or nothing simply because they cannot maintain it. They can't keep it, right? No, no. The budget that you have is a guidance for the designer. It shouldn't affect the cost of the design, right? The cost of the design, unless it's a percentage, and it's not it's a percentage of construction that some people charge, whereas in some instances they charge based on the square footage of the building. So whether it is 100 or 200 million, if the size of the building is not changing, then it doesn't affect the cost that much, right? So I don't see that. All right? I don't know how we pronounce use man hater. Big up yourself. All right. So yeah, it's very important to know the budget, right? And the budget should not wait I said, it should not really affect you that much that you can't tell your designer. And why would you want to design? Why would you want to be working with a designer that you cannot tell your budget to? Right? Why would you do that? So suppose you want a specific thing within your building. You want your house to look a certain way, right? You want your building to look a certain way. You want it to face a particular direction. You want it to feel a certain way. But if you don't have a budget, how are you going to know whether you can build it or not? Right? How do you maybe what you had in mind, based on your budget, you can get it, but in a smaller scale. Maybe that's the only way that you can possibly get it, right? Whereas if you never had that budget, then how do you know that it's even possible? Here is the last one. Here's the last point that I wrote down. Your method of construction. This shows the most delusion in construction ever. Your method of construction. I'm going to show you something. Right? I'm going to show you something. I'm wondering if it will even work. Right? Wondering if it will even work. Let me see. Alright, I'm going to show you something. Now, the reason why I want to show you this is because at the end of the day, if you are in this situation, it don't make no sense to me. Now imagine you let me check if you can actually see that. Not seeing it. Hold on, guys. It's not showing for some reason. Trying to show you guys something, but apparently it's not showing. Still not showing. Alright, so the show must go on. It's not that detrimental. Alright. Alright, so the show must go on. Anyways, I was going to show you some unfinished buildings. The method of construction that a lot of people use shows the level of delusion that we have as potential homeowners, as Jamaicans doing building construction, right? Please, when you're doing construction, have your budget, right? Have your budget, but also understand that the way you go about doing construction is very important. It's vital, because that will ultimately decide if you actually finish your home. Now, I went through the internet and looked at a lot of unfinished buildings, right? As a matter of fact, it was last week that I went to a site of mine. You guys saw the images. You saw the last episode that I posted, where I see I think it was about 5 floors, and none of the floors then finished. And I know say the person had had to spend at least $30 million on that building. Just block and steel. And they don't have one room in the house finished. Not one. Now imagine if you were building a little bit smarter and you said, okay, I'm going to build the ground floor first, or the basement level first. I'm going to finish this basement level, have it been able to be occupied by myself and my family, and then as I go along I will add on to that. The property has more value that way. A property that has a livable house on it is more valuable than a property that has an unfinished building. Right? It's more valuable because at the end of the day, thumbnail is in Spanish Town, I think. I don't think that is in Spanish Town, but yeah. Yeah, but the way how you build is very important. I even noticed a shop close by me, right, where I admired how they went about the construction. And it's a Chinaman shop, right? So the Chinaman there and him have a little supermarket. He not build the whole supermarket, you know. He build one little piece first. Close to where I am. He build a small supermarket. Then him working at the supermarket and him build on a little piece more. And him stop there so everything look pretty decent. And he's going along, him selling and him just investing in the supermarket. As soon as him get capital from the supermarket, him add on. Now it is a big supermarket, right? When I went there first, it was just a small little shop. But over time, what he has done is he built something that is decent, that looks finished, and him comfortable with that. He can operate out of that. And then a little bit down the road, probably 3 months pass, and you see him start construction again. Right? 2 months down the road, him finish with that. Him occupied. Then probably 2 more months pass, and then you see man come back and work again. Him start buy other, right? Buy other, what I say, equipment to then put into the building, right? So this is the way that you need to go about building your dream home or building a home. So break down your dream home dream home house in phases, live in it and gradually build out. I agree. That's exactly what I am saying. I don't even need to say anything else. Right? That's exactly how you need to build. If it is that you're building and you know you don't have the type of money that will build the houses that you're seeing on some popular TV shows or even entertainment report when them go interview these dancehall artists or these celebrities and you're seeing these nice mansions, or you go up Cherry Garden and you're seeing these nice mansions. Sometimes they have built in this exact manner, which is them start out small, then build a little part and comfortable, and then build going on. But you as the person who don't have a budget, who have unrealistic expectation, what you're going to do 9 times out of 10 is go there and try to build everything all at once. You just put up wall, go up wall, roof, and then you're stuck. Or you start, you're coming up with the walls, and then you're stuck at a point because you never really think it through, or you have unrealistic expectations as it relates to your home. So you're just doing things and you don't have no budget, you don't know where the money will come from, and you're just building. Whereas if it is that you're satisfied with the fact that you have a budget and you can say, all right, you can build a little 1 room and comfortable. I know say, gentlemen, I gotta talk to the man them though. Gentlemen, or even the females too, but mostly the gentlemen. Gentlemen, if you build in a house and you have a little 1 bedroom and a bathroom and a kitchen, don't worry about the fact say, boy, sister Jane naga look me because I just a 1 bedroom. I don't think, boss, you're halfway there. A lot of people don't have that big house. You don't even have land, and you start and you have something. Start off with that 1 bedroom there, right? Fix it up nice, finish it. Let it be that you have a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom house, kitchen that is finished. Landscape your house, your yard. I mean, go on and landscape it. Put in little elbow grease and landscape the rest of it, right? And as you go along, maybe a young lady will come along that will, then you two can come together and add on the rest of the room them. And the same thing goes for the females as well. If you start a little 1 room, be comfortable with that 1 room. That is not the end, right? Don't go about it to build as if you have it when you don't. It doesn't work, right? Because you're going to end up with an unfinished building that you cannot occupy, and you're going to end up in a rent house still. Imagine you spend $30 million and you still have to stay in a rent house. Wow, Safi. I don't think a lot of them are approved, you know. I don't think a lot of. As a matter of fact, somebody called me this last month and asked me if me do design for capture land. Me did want to say something still, but me never. But I say it. Just leave it alone. Because me just tell the person now. Because what can I say? The point is this. Be comfortable with the 1 bedroom if you can afford that. Build in phases, right? Build in phases. So if your budget at this point can only afford you to build on that 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom part of the house or the bigger picture, work with that. Don't go lay out the whole of your foundation. Right? Focus on the little section where you're gonna use for now. So say you even do a design that is the 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom, and you get that approved. Build the garage now, man. Build the garage section alone and live in there. Or just build on 1 bedroom and a bathroom and a kitchen. Maybe even the kitchen the other door, you know, who knows. But at least you're going about it in a manner where you are now putting yourself in a position of having an asset rather than a liability. Because if it is that you build the entire foundation, right, for everything, and you still have to live in a rent house, and you still have the property there, your money tied up in it, it's not really an asset, because it's not putting money in your pocket. It's only taking money out of your pocket and tying it up and having it there. So go about construction like that. Think about it as in phases. So if you want the 5 bedroom, think about how am I gonna get the 1st bedroom to build, finish, so I can live in it. Take myself out of the rental situation and put yourself into the homeowner situation. Right? I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that you guys are having a field day in the comment section. Right? Let me do some big ups now. Right? Jordan Williams, big up yourself. Let me know where you're watching from, no? Let me know where you're watching from. Anne-Marie Walker, big up yourself. I don't remember where Anne-Marie is shouting out from. Sophia for Christ, big up yourself. Let me know where you're shouting from. Pat Small, big up yourself. And you're saying it's so true. Here's a question that I missed. So what's wrong with ceramic tiles? It's affordable and durable. Yes. Um, nothing is wrong with ceramic tiles, but most people don't want it. Most people don't want the ceramic tile. So I would say if you're building and you're just starting off, that one bedroom, work with the ceramic tile until you can take it up and put down your porcelain tile. Right? So that's what I would say. Try to do that. Right? Guys, I like this comment. I like this comment. Guys, click the like button if you're still watching this stream. Yes, guys, remember, it really shows me that you appreciate the content and it, you know, you like it. So please click the like button. Sophia for Christ, I couldn't agree better. Don't put yourself in situations to pay rent. Nothing is wrong with paying rent. Understand that. If that's where you are in life right now, that's where you are. But if it is that you're building and you can put yourself in a situation where you don't have to pay rent and you can just focus the money there. Imagine if you bill on that little one room and the $30,000 there, the $40,000 there, the $50,000 there, where you spend on the rent amount time, you can then invest it in the house. Every single month you say, alright, this is what me that pay for the rent. This month, that $50,000 you gotta do something on the house. Whether it be buy some block, buy some steel, or pay a workman to come work for you for the month. You see how much more joy that would give you? Alright, so think about it like that. Right? As construction continues to boom and more land is needed, capture land people soon start ball. Always do things by the law and regulation. yeah, I agree. Denise. I hope that I'm pronouncing it right. I see a female picture, so I'm saying Denise Black. Big up yourself all the way from Bahamas. I like that. Anne Marie, you're in Mandeville. Big up yourself. Let's see. You're in Jamaica. Big up yourself. I like that. Somebody. Let's see, guys. Remember, don't use what you call it, all caps when you're texting. All right, because the bot is going to tell you that it's spam. So, Fat Small, you're from the UK. Big up yourself. I appreciate that. Miss Claudette is saying she loves the comments. Right? Big up yourself. I'm loving it as well. Lang Abbey Little. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're from Texas. Big up yourself. I like that. Okay, I did pronounce it properly. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And all the way from Bahamas. I like that. You should send us some pictures. Sometimes I would love to post pictures. Guys, I love pictures of different places. My partner and I, we travel around the island because we like to see places, and it helps me to be a better designer. Right? So if you want, you can always send me pictures. I'll post them on the channel, and you can even put a little, if you want a little note on it, I will post it. Right? So if you want to send me pictures, you can send pictures on the channel, and I'll post it. Janice Williams, big up yourself, watching from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Big up yourself. I hope you guys are staying safe. Always remember, guys, stay safe. As Jamaicans, personally, I really appreciate you guys. Right? I really appreciate you guys. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we all are trying our very best to just have a piece of that dream life, right? And if I can help you to get that, trust me, it means a lot to me. Right? Because even I went a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, a returning resident came back to Jamaica and I drove around with her, and to just know that I was able to do that for her, to carry her where she wanted to go, and know that hey, she's comfortable, you know, it felt so good to be able to do that and know that hey, she's safe. Right? So I want to big you guys up. If what did I say? You're looking to return to Jamaica, all I would like for you to do is to be vigilant. Again, don't go on corner, go sit down with nobody. I play dice and domino and then something there. Select your crowd, curate your circle. We all can be safe in Jamaica if we take certain precautions. Alright? It's coming up on the 1 hour mark. And I've been here. And today is a bit, let me just say, today has been the best live so far. You know why? Because you guys have made it. Because you guys are participating. Right? You guys are participating, so I really appreciate that. Remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm gonna leave you now. It's been an hour, and I promise you an hour every Sunday. So, guys, let me know what the next topic should be. Comment in the comment section once the live is done. Because I was thinking about interviewing another company, which is Spectrum. I wanted to interview. I sent them a letter already. I haven't heard from them as yet, so I may call them. Around roofing, thinking, but I did a roofing video already, so you guys would have to tell me what the next interview should be. So we interviewed a lawyer, we interviewed a land surveyor, we interviewed Freeform Factory, we interviewed NHT, who else? We interviewed pest control company, right? But look on this thing I do got just want to show up. But I wonder why not show you. Yeah, so this was the picture that I wanted to show you guys. Boy, may I tell you, the computer is see one. It just a spoil me show sometimes. But imagine you have this and you know you still live in a rent house and you still have nothing for you can't really occupy it. I mean, it don't make no sense to me. Build according to your pocket, alright? Yes, call Spectrum. You're saying that you would love for me to do Spectrum, right? Nah man, me telling you how to fix leaking slab roof already. I've told you that already. All you need to do to fix a leaking slab roof is rent a pressure washer. Go buy some 10% bleach. Right? Get some fab soap. Buy a roof sealing compound or silicone is better. And turn on your pressure washer, wash the roof. Wash it. Get off all the dirt, all the contaminants on top of the roof, right? Then you use the soap, wash soap and bleach, wash it, right? Scrub it, use the pressure washer, wash it off again, then allow it to dry, right? Allow it to dry. Then what I want you to do is lay down the roof sealing compound. It's a roll-on thing. It comes in a little tube, I think. No, it comes in a paint tin. And what you will do is you will have a roller and you just roll it on. But don't try to roll on all of it all at once. What you do it in coats, right? So you do it like you paint. So you go up there and you paint on the first layer. Even with the silicone, you paint on the first layer. Allow it to dry. Then what I want you to do after that, after it has dried, go back again and roll on another coat on it. Do it for about at least minimum 3 times, 3 layers on it, and your roof stop leak, and you can enjoy your roof, right? You can enjoy your house. You don't have no leaking anymore. So see, me just give the solution. A lot of people pay me for that, you know. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing this video. I really appreciate you joining me today and leaving your comments, being so active in the comment section. I want to say thank you. Remember, click the like, click the subscribe, click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I make videos just like this one. If it is that you want me to do drone surveys, design, drawing, construction drawing, or you just want to recommend me to somebody, the link is, if you look down below, you see it scrolling across. Those are my contacts. Head on over to my website. That's my website right there. It's going across, right? That's my website. Go and check it out. Check out the construction cost calculator. Know your budget. Know your budget, right? I've upgraded the calculator, so now you can actually put in the size building that you want and you'll get a calculation of the cost of the building, right? The other section is also there if you want to narrow it down and know, okay, this is the size rooms that I want and this is what the end result should be, and it will calculate and tell you what that construction cost will be. Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. Alright? Can you use it before it starts leak? Yes, you should actually seal the roof before it starts leaking. Alright? So, again guys, appreciate you. See you next week, same time. Check out the videos that I post during the week, guys. Alright? Appreciate you. See you next time. See you next week. I'm out.